Good morning, friends. Today we are going to learn next part of our module number 3, writing skills for competitive examinations. In the previous lecture, part 2 and part 1, we learned about formal letter writing, that is letter of inquiry, letter of application and letter of complaint. Now we are going to learn the personal or informal letter writing. Informal or personal letters, which are also known as friendly or personal letters, are the letters written for individual purposes. This type of letter can be written to friends, family members, relatives, acquaintances, etc. Its main purpose is personal communication. To some extent, the basic structure of informal letters follow the format of formal or official letters, except the inclusion of addresses, name, and address. However, there is difference between official letter and informal letter in terms of salutation, language used in the body of the letter, and complementary clause, as it varies according to the relationship between the sender and the receiver, its purpose, etc. There is inclusion of this type of letter in the syllabi of competitive examinations. So you must remember there should be the difference between the formal letters and informal letters. Informal letters should be written in an intimate, conversational style using spontaneous and colloquial expressions of everyday language. But this does not mean that we can be careless. Wrongly written, ill composed, and letters written in confusing way may create chaos. Care must be taken to express our thoughts in a proper logical order. These letters should be written with correct spelling, paying attention to punctuation and grammatical rules as well. So, remember friends, you have to learn formal letters as well as informal letters and the structure of formal and informal letters. Now we will see what is the structure of informal letters. The basic structure of the personal letter is the same as that of formal letters, but with a difference. The difference is in terms of the following. See the difference. First part heading as it is. It includes address of the sender and date. Second part, salutation or greetings. Letters written to your friends or intimate relatives include name of the person to whom you are writing prefixed by terms like dear, dearest, etc. For example, dear mother, dear Akshay. Letters written to friends or relatives older than you or superior to you use respectful expressions like Mr., Mrs., Shri, etc. For example, Mr. Raman. So, you can here in the salutation or greeting, you can write down respectful expression Mr., Mrs., or Shri or Shrimati. Next part is body of the letter. The language of personal letters should be easy and simple with conversational style, colloquial expressions, and may touch various subjects. Next part, complimentary close. While concluding, for respectful persons, you can use the word yours sincerely. For close relatives or family members, you can use yours lovingly. Here are some examples. The examples: letter to friend about arranging a trip together. First of all, heading Rajesh Kadam 119 Ruchira Colony, Kolhapur Road, Sangli. Date 28th November 2019. Dear Sangram, yesterday I received your letter. I am very happy to read that your exam is over and you have a holiday for 4 days from Monday, 2nd of next month. What do you think about a trip to Mahabaleshwar and a ramble in the valleys of Pachagani? I have a plan in my mind. See, we could start early on Monday at 5 a.m. in a private vehicle. We shall reach Mahabaleshwar around 11 a.m. We shall stay there for 3 days and enjoy sightseeing. It would be a change from our busy schedule and tension of examination days. If you agree, I will arrange for the picnic. Convey your response immediately. Yours lovingly, signature Rajesh Kadam. This is a formal letter to a friend about arranging a trip together. See, in a very simple language, it is written, and again to the point it is written, and there is no any grammatical mistake. There is a use of colloquial language or the day to day language, but you have to write down the correct English. You can also write a letter to your friend greeting on his birthday or inviting him to your native place during Diwali vacation or inquiring him about his health or congratulating him or her for his or her achievement, etc. Next part, letter to family members. That is, here is an example of a personal letter by a son to his mother telling her about his new job and his stay in the new city. Kiran Desai, 15 oblique 974 IT Park, Hyderabad, 24th May 2019. Dear I am fine here and hope you all are also fine. I know you worry about my stay in the new city, about meal and other facilities. But let me tell you that I am fine and enjoying my new life and new job. Sometimes I feel homesick, but when I remember your warm words of advice and love, it encourages me to overcome homesickness. This job is one of the best opportunities that I have got at the very beginning of my career. All the staff and elder officials are very cooperative to me. Besides, Hyderabad is a very beautiful city. Last Sunday, I visited Ramoji Film City with my friends. I have made a few friends here. However, let me tell you one thing frankly, that I miss you all. I miss the delicious food made by you, fun fighting with my little naughty sis Minu, and many other things. Convey my regards to Grandma and Baba. Give my love to my sweet sis. Write to me soon. Your loving son Kiran. So, this is a letter to family members. Read it carefully, practice for it. Try to write down the letter to family member for any topic. Next example is about condolences letter. You can also write informal letters to your parents, sisters, brother, cousin, or uncle, or any other relatives or acquaintances. Such letters are written for a variety of purposes, such as informing about something, sharing memorable experiences, future planning, greetings, etc. Next part is about condolences letter. Remember, friends, after each letter, there is some topics suggested for your practice. Practice for those topics, for those letter writings, and make sure you can write down it very correctly and precisely so you can qualify in competitive examinations. Next part is condolences letter. It is a type of letter written to a person who has lost his or her close relative or a loved one. A condolences letter, that is Santwan par Patra, can give a little comfort and support to the suffering person. It is a kind of sympathy shown to the person who has lost his loved one and to encourage him or her to recover from the loss. Here is an example of a personal letter written to a friend who has recently lost his father. Amol Kalmari, Royal Villa, 12/42, Parley Street, Mumbai, 21st July 2020. Dear friend, I was shocked when I heard this morning about the sad demise of your father in an accident. It was so sudden, it is really unbelievable to think about his death. I know what might have fallen on you. Your father was your idol, as you used to tell me. You used to tell me. I know how he used to take care of you. Truly, this is a great loss for you. My sincere and heartfelt sympathy for you. I am with you always in your sorrow. It was a personal loss to me also, as I knew your father and his kindness towards me. For me, he was a noble man. But what could we do? It is our fate. His death must be a terrible blow to your mother and younger brother too. Words, I know, are poor comforters. The heart knows its own sorrow. I sincerely feel sorry for your grief and great loss. Your sincere friend, Amol. So, it is an example of condolences letter. In the next lecture, we will learn about the next part, that is essay writing.